Welcome back to a series so evil that even Patrick Star said, whoa, chill. In today's video, Creator Clash 3 has been officially canned. Ethan is out here roasting iDubbbz and Ana while doing his little victory dance. Ana Dome High is having a full-blown meltdown, calling everyone ugly like it's her new hobby. Meanwhile, critters are coming out of the woodwork, exposing iDubbbz and Ana for being absolute trash humans. Oh, and Jellywig finally crawled out of his cave to respond. Hassan's terrorist buddy legit wants to wipe Ethan Klein off the planet. Meanwhile, XQC and Aiden Ross are tag teaming to roast Hassan for his terrorist fan club. We've also got fresh drama with Hassan supporter NMP, who thought making jokes about dead kids was peak comedy. Subscribe, we're about to hit 700k. Luig, do your thing. Quick recap, if you've been living under a rock, iDubbbz and Ana were planning a boxing event called Creator Clash 3. It was meant to be for charity, but surprise, surprise, iDubbbz and Ana were secretly pocketing 34% of the profits while lying to everyone's face. They also nuked their own event by dropping a content cop video on H3 and teaming up with Hassan and his little goblin squad. Since then, pure chaos unfolded. Go watch the older videos for the juicy lore. Basically, Ana and her husband had endless meltdowns, kept delaying the event as every main fighter bailed, and now they've finally thrown in the towel. Creator Clash 3 is officially canceled. Here's what they tweeted. They posted, "We've made the difficult decision to cancel Creator Clash. All pay-per-view ticket holders will get automatic refunds, no action required. The event will go ahead as planned. Somehow, all funds raised so far will be donated to charity and will continue fundraising in the months ahead. Thanks to all fighters for their hard work. And to everyone who supported us over the years, thank you, Creator Clash team." So, what happens to the people who spent like 10 grand upfront on training? Yeah, they're basically screwed. Someone just replied with a meme of iDubbbz crying. Ethan Klein, total victory, no two ways about it. Only logical next step, sue iDubbbz and Ana into oblivion. Even Nux chimed in. Creator Clash flew too close to the sun. Ana has completely destroyed his life. And honestly, do I trust them to actually donate to charity? Absolutely not. We need receipts for literally everything. These people have been proven liars. Plus, the fact they kept selling tickets and promoting the event knowing full well they were going to cancel it, that is just insanely scummy. They were even refusing refunds at one point. Pathetic. Anyway, Ethan responded, "I'm so proud of the legacy you left behind. Truly inspiring stuff." And he also had a special message for Ana as she embarks on her new streaming career.
You swung at me and you fucking missed big time. And guess what?
Yes.
I've never been betrayed like this in my whole life by someone I care about this closely. And then you have the audacity to come and make another video and justify CPS call. You endorse Snark. You live Snark. Again, you are elevating disgusting, hateful people who have spent their time harassing me and my family. Look at me. This is me. I win, you lose. And you will continue to lose. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm not done. I'll never be done. I will never be done with you. That's how much you betrayed me and how much I want you to know how much you lose. And I win. Do you understand, Anissa? And I'm not even talking to iDubbbz anymore. He's insignificant. He's gone. Anissa, you're the one here coming center stage. You're going to start streaming now.
Oh my god, they've actually created a supervillain. Bro is never letting this go for the rest of his life. This is what happens when you go after a man's kids. You unleash complete annihilation. At this point, he's just taking a victory lap after absolutely demolishing them. And honestly, I like to think I played a part in this legendary saga. And it's so funny because it's not even about iDubbbz anymore. It's all about his extremely hateful other half, Ana Doha, the literal dementor to iDubbbz, sucking out all of his happiness and life force, turning him into Reek from Game of Thrones. Now, Ethan is talking about how even his haters are defending him.
I want you to understand something. I am never going to be done. I will never be eating.
What does that mean?
I will talking about them, being interested in them, being, I'm fascinated by everything they're doing, right? The streaming, the whatever, the event.
You've never done making it.
They'll never be a point. I'm going to be like, I'm just saying, and this is for the audience too, because I want you guys to know. That will never be a point when I will say to myself, okay, it's time to move on from this. I want you to know that. You dropped that video when I was live. And you thought you were cute, you thought you were clever, you really had me. You came at me with the laziest slop the shittiest slop that you've got my haters running around the internet talking about I'm right, you're wrong. You have managed to galvanize support for me, which is something I've not been able to do for myself. Thank you.
Yeah, basically what happened was the other side went so insane that even people who normally hate Ethan were like, okay, he doesn't deserve to have CPS called on him or get relentlessly slandered and harassed. Everyone just united against the Hassan Goon Squad, literal terrorists supporting radical freaks. And we'll see later in this video that the guy Hassan did a heart emoji to literally wants to kill Ethan. That's the type of people he unironically supports. Once Ethan stopped pandering to that radical Hamas __ group, he started getting support from all corners of the internet. Honestly, one of the craziest comebacks in internet history. Commentary community POV. Actually feasting. Anyways, turns out Anna actually responded. So it started with this tweet. Ethan Klein claims he'll never stop harassing iDubbbz' wife, Anna. Why does bro focus so much on the women in his harassment? Probably because she played a huge role influencing iDubbbz' actions behind the scenes. Then Anna replied, I don't care, __ join the club of ugly, out-of-touch losers. Oh my god, she's so mad. It's hilarious how she says she doesn't care when she literally put her entire reputation on the line for this event. Not to mention she defended it over and over again. And she hates Ethan. Remember, she helped iDubbbz make the whole content cop on him, raise no money for charity, and now her response is just, everyone's ugly. Pathetic. Look at the first reply. We got the #1 asset, Taylor Lorenz. Hi. Wow, such intellectual discourse here. Bro needs a lobotomy stat. Really? Talking about lobotomies when your husband looks like this? Ugly, out-of-touch losers, says the woman whose only real job was at Dairy Queen over a decade ago.
Commentary YouTubers have no idea what it is to work a normal job.
Absolutely legendary. Apparently we don't know how to work a real job, guys. I don't know. Entertaining hundreds of thousands of people every day sounds like a job to me. So after this, Anna tweets out, going to take this opportunity to promote Stand Up to Cancer Tiltify. Money can still be raised for charity, guys. This is absolutely hilarious. Like, I'm trying to raise money for charity, but also I was secretly taking money away from the charity. Also, I spent charity money on parties, galas, and flying out my friends. Please stop pretending you care about charity. You're just a greedy, disgusting person with no morals at all. Once again, you through this entire event used charity as a shield and effectively raised $0. Congratulations. You can promote this all you want. It's not going to make you look better or get you into heaven. You and your husband are both going to hell for prioritizing a gala over actual charity. Are you going to take 34% of this money too? Now, turns out another creator, Nathan, has made a video calling out iDubbbz and Anna for basically completely screwing him over financially.
Creator Clash 2 and 3 have genuinely put me into a bad spot financially. So anyways, I spent all the $20,000 on promo, food, gym, training, and then I get back to LA after Creator Clash, and I have nothing because I was expecting a bonus. The reason I spent all $20,000 that year was because this person tells me it's going to be bigger and better, which it looked like it was shaping up to be, and then I'll just take that $30,000 or $40,000 bonus. It'll be amazing. I'll get an actual paycheck. She was having a party, and there is where Anissa told me, hey, there's no bonus. We didn't get any money from the pay-per-view. People like pirated it. There was people in Discords with 30,000 people watching it for free. There was no money left over for the fighters to have a bonus. And it's kind of like, I feel like Clark Griswold in a way, where like I'm banking on that Christmas bonus and then I don't get it.
So you're telling me they not only screwed over charity, but also the fighters as well? Where the heck is all that money? Oh my god, they gobbled it up. They ate that money faster than Frogan Down's 50 Big Macs lightning speed. And can somebody, for the love of God, explain this to me? These people are supposed to be multi-millionaires. 7 million subscribers. Who else do you know with 7 million subs who's out here penny pinching like this, bro? Also, not to mention, Anna has an OnlyFans. Like, you should easily be able to pay everyone, donate to charity, and still have a mountain of cash left over. How bad are they at managing money? Oh my god. And here's the thing. If one of your fighters is depending on you financially, you really need to take care of them. Have an actual conversation, make it clear exactly how much they're getting paid. Don't just dangle this imaginary bonus in front of them that they're never going to see. Just be honest up front. Then he talks about how he might have brain damage because of all this.
It happened one night when I had a very hard sparring session. And when I turn my head now, I see bright flashes on the side and left of my head. I'm seeing them right now. It happens all the time. It happens all the time, and I never had that happen. And then that night, it started happening. And it was after 2 weeks in a row of hard sparring. And that was the hardest sparring I'd ever had. Didn't take me down, though. And then he had to take a knee. and he is a 27-year-old amateur boxer. Just saying. Well, what the heck does it matter? Because I just did it all, and now I'm seeing flashing, and my knees kill, and I don't get anything for it, and there's no fight happening. This is boxing, and I did sign up for it voluntarily. I'm aware of what happens in boxing. I'm aware you get injuries, and I'm okay with that, and I'm willing to accept them. It's just really disappointing and a bummer, because now I don't get to even fight in the event or make a little bit of extra cash to help pay rent.
I mean, obviously you're going to get hurt boxing, but at least he thought he was doing it for a paycheck. Not even getting that, that's just sociopathic, bro. They had to make sure they grabbed their juicy 34% while everyone else was out here starving for cash. Absolutely greedy mother flippers. And meanwhile, in public, they're crying about landlords and capitalism while literally doing 10 times worse themselves. This is like a prime example of Hassan's brand of socialism, where you're a multi-millionaire trying to be as greedy as humanly possible, raking in every cent and screwing over everyone around you. Then he talks about how iDubbbz basically screwed over everyone, and Anna would just scold him anytime he tried to do anything.
Then Ian tells me, before Creator Clash 3 is about to happen, oh, I'm putting out a hit piece on Ethan Klein. I'm thinking, oh my God, dude, why are you doing this? Why are you trying to cause trouble? Because now I'm thinking, this is going to ruin Creator Clash 3, and I'm going to get screwed again. And he screws every single person. He screws Real Good Touring, all the business professionals who are making this event with him. He screws me. He screws every other boxer. Everyone was screwed from Ian's dumb video because he couldn't wait 2 months. I wasn't trying to insult Ian or Anissa, but I was just addressing the obvious that, yes, this is awkward now. I'm sorry. And I felt that was not an unfair thing to do. Then, the next day, Anissa texts me a screen grab of my donation, and she says, is this real? Anissa took that as I was supporting her enemy that she has chosen, by the way. Ethan and Adria are not my enemy. So then Anissa makes me feel guilty and bad for what I thought was a nice thing. And she's like, oh, I can't believe you would do that. I'm 44 freaking years old. This is childhood high school garbage. What the heck are you doing?
Raise your hands if you're surprised that Anna is a childish bully. Yeah, absolutely nobody raised their hands. What a shocker. Anna, the soul-sucking demon from hell, out here micromanaging every single thing people do, scolding you for a simple donation message. And I'm pretty sure what they're doing here is just purity testing, right? Basically, like, everyone must be part of my friend group. You can't possibly be sympathetic to H3. You must absolutely love Hamas Picer. Only then will you get your bonus. Otherwise, nope. You're not getting invited to the gala, not getting into the parties, and you're definitely not getting paid. Just absolutely manipulative shit. Then in the next part, Anna gaslights him like crazy.
Gaslights him like crazy?
She tells me, this really hurts us that you would say this. Because in the donation, I said, this is really confusing for all of us. I don't know why they put that video out. It hurts you that I said I'm confused why you're ruining the event? What are you talking about? It hurts you more that you put your video out, not me being upset about it. Oh, I burned a building down. Now everyone's complaining, and it really hurts me that everyone's complaining about my fire I caused. What the heck are you talking about?
Okay, so clearly you didn't take iDubbbz's masterclass on empathy, because obviously she was just showing some empathy for you, don't you see? She definitely wasn't trying to gaslight you into feeling bad for her, even though she's literally the one who messed up. And holy __, man. Imagine having to deal with that every single day. No wonder iDubbbz is so cocked. Bro has to listen to an absolute harpy screeching in his ear 24/7. The sheer torture. Then he talks about how she even tried to stop him from giving interviews. A thumbnail Keem posted with my face on it saying I was going on his podcast. So Ian calls me and says, we'd rather you not go on his podcast because we don't know what he's going to say. I said to Ian, it doesn't really matter what Keemstar says because he's going to talk trash about the event regardless, whether I go on the podcast or not. If I go on, maybe I could at least combat that and try to sway some people and defend the event. Ultimately, I told Ian I wouldn't go on the podcast because now I'm thinking I'm rocking the boat. I don't want to make people upset. I don't want to get Ian and Anissa to kick me off Creator Clash because I'm being controversial or I'm stirring the pot and causing problems. I really didn't want to get kicked off. And I also didn't want Anissa to call me
and get after me again for doing something that she didn't like. I really do want to do this. I want to go on there and talk to Keemstar and try to promote the event and face all this criticism and try to do some damage control because no one was doing that.
Dude, how pathetic is this? So Anissa and iDubbbz literally refused to give any proper statements about the event, and they wouldn't even let the other fighters say anything either. All of this just to desperately protect their own reputation, which obviously ended up blowing up right in their faces, and honestly, Anna has got to be the worst boss on planet Earth. The most manipulative, gaslighting piece of __ imaginable. Heaven forbid someone tries to address people's concerns or talk to the public. Like, hello, all these people in the card are creators. They have to answer to their own audiences. It's not like only iDubbbz's audience is watching. These are all separate fan bases combined. So when your own fans are asking you for an explanation, and Anna's over here like, nope, don't say anything, how suffocating must that feel? They were so obsessed with keeping their squeaky clean PR that it just completely destroyed them in the end. And then he talks about this really sad part. They were literally making fun of him behind his back, calling him super weird and shit. Like, what is this, high school bullying?
I put my heart into this. I got freaking beat hard this year, harder than I ever had. And I thought, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna train like a freaking professional. Keep my head down, avoid this drama, and now here I am, screwed.
The last thing I want to say is that I always tried to be respectful of them, publicly and personally, when I was talking to them. I've always given them the benefit of the doubt and never really wanted to place blame on them or anyone. And then it turns out they were just talking trash about me behind my back. Ian's coach said on H3 that they used to say I was weird and talk trash about me, and then I also heard the same thing from Froggy Fresh 2 years ago. I don't care if people think I'm weird because I do make weird videos. I like being different and unique. I'm used to people saying I'm weird. I was just very surprised that it was happening by 2 other creative people. I thought they were like me, and I didn't expect them to make fun of me for being different. I thought that was the point of Creator Clash, was to gather the unique people and put them in a boxing ring. I guess not.
Yeah, that is some absolute mean girl shit. Talking trash behind people's backs, calling them weird. I mean, really? iDubbbz and Anna are calling other people weird? Bro, iDubbbz is literally less manly than Reek from Game of Thrones. You know, the dude who got his dick chopped off, and Anna is just this maniacal narcissist girl who treats her husband like a damn ragdoll. And they think they can call anyone else weird? What the actual heck, man? Honestly, I really feel bad for this guy. He had to suck up to them for so long just to maybe get paid, and even then they didn't pay him at all. The amount of people they screwed over is just, wow. They're honestly lucky they didn't catch a lawsuit for all this. So anyway, here's what people are saying. Anna trying to patronize Nathan over the phone is just crazy. Like, her brain is straight up broken at this point. Honestly, I'm so glad Nathan made this video. Everyone's feeling equally frustrated with this entire mess. Someone said, damn, I'm so sorry, Nathan. You were like 90% of the reason I watched Creator Clash 2, and honestly, the only reason I was even going to watch Creator Clash 3. You deserve so much better. And yeah, it's fun to laugh at these absolute clowns, but at the end of the day, they actually hurt a lot of people. The fact that Anna literally called and texted him just because of a simple donation message, that is so controlling and insane. Like, girl, you need to learn that you can't force people to hate whoever you hate. That's literally cult behavior. And when Ethan responded, here's what he said.
Yeah. Everyone was screwed from Ian's dumb video because he couldn't.
Thank you, Dad, for saying what had to be said. Despite being the ultimate team player, you really went to bat for them all the way till the end, man. And they did. They screwed you.
I'm surprised.
He's a loyal guy. He's a good guy. You know, but they pushed him too far. The people tremble when the good guy gets pushed too far.
Face all this criticism.
Also, listen, Dad's a small creator. He deserves to get a little fucking exposure out of this himself. Why are you trying to keep everyone down? Okay, so it's up to 1 month. It's up to 470. Now, listen, I'm not a mathematician, but 1 video a month at 470 without a sponsor, you need another job. This is not even your full-time job, right? So yeah, you lose. You lose. Fuck you both. Scum. Yeah, so hopefully Anissa really kills it on streaming, because other than that, I think I'm going to see you guys at Home Depot here pretty soon.
Bro, the fall of iDubbbz is actually insane. Man's going to be back working at McDonald's soon. The whole team behind the counter, Frogan, Casey, Denims, iDubbbz, Anna, they're all there. Although, they might need to keep an eye on Frogan. You know, can't have her eating all the materials. Those are for paying customers. By the way, we're kind of pulling iDubbbz level numbers daily now. I mean, I don't expect it to last forever, but these last few months have been cinema. We've been eating good. I can finally afford an extra plate of chicken rice. The gains are about to be immaculate. Then he talks about Anna's new tweet where, once again, she somehow manages to humiliate Ian. So Anna tweeted, Ian randomly showed up with a belated birthday cake. I've been eyeing this one up for weeks. Apparently iDubbbz somehow missed her birthday and then showed up later with this very interesting cake here. Like, bro, imagine missing your wife's birthday and thinking, yeah, this cake will fix everything.
Why did you post this? This is the saddest, mopiest. It makes you look mopey, and it makes Ian look pathetic. And also, this cake is fucking psychotic. It's just whole canned peaches, one slice of dragon fruit. This doesn't make any sense. Why were you eyeing this one? Anissa said, my mom always said 2 things for my husband. 1, make sure they're Muslim, and 2, make sure they're rich. Yeah. Well, at least I got one of them.
That it turns out Ian is
The standards were not good. The standards were not good.
Okay, I really thought he was going to say shit, but hey, succubus works too. And yes, absolutely, Anna will leave Ian. It's basically guaranteed. As we all know, the first law of the universe states, Pegasus is always right, baby. Everything I say is a future prediction. All right, maybe not today. Maybe today it's clickbait, maybe not tomorrow, but eventually it will happen. And I'll be there as always laughing my ass off, pulling up one of my classic SpongeBob memes with that huge smile, sending it to everyone like, what did I tell you, fellas? Also, apparently, one of the creators, yet another Hassan Orbiter, made an announcement video about Creator Clash like 5 days ago when they already knew it was going to be canceled.
She's going to leave him within a year.
From this post?
Yes.
You're determining
I've been
that?
right about everything else I've said so far.
I mean, unfortunately, that is somewhat true.
Within a year, Anissa is going to leave Ian.
I mean, it could be.
She is starting to lay the
really not
breadcrumbs.
That's, yeah. I mean, I guess that's not the biggest stretch. They don't seem like happy people, you know?
Well, no. She's...
Cakes aside.
She is a complete... And I hate this phrase. I've avoided using this the whole time. But, like, it sucks that everything... It sucks to admit that in this case, everything people seem to have thought and said about her is apparently true. And she is a succubus. And she's gotten everything she can get out of Ian. And he's a husk of a man. I mean, you can see it. From my cheap, pathetic, stinky breath, shits his pants husband.
So they responded again. Oh no, anyways. Long story short, yeah, I knew it was canceled, but I made the video 2 months ago and still wanted to post it. Like, what? Don't promote an event that's literally not happening. What is wrong with you? So she intentionally advertised an event to get her fans to buy tickets and pay-per-views for something she knew was canceled. Am I surprised a Hassan Orbiter is this dumb? Nope. Anyway, let's take a trip to Jellyfish Fields. Turns out Lewig has talked about Creator Clash 3.
5 days ago. You think they didn't realize that they were going to have to cancel this thing 5 days ago? They knew this event wasn't happening. I knew this event was not happening, and I don't know anything about what's going on in the inner working. I was too lazy to change it. Okay. Well, that's confusing, but it doesn't matter.
Well, it doesn't matter.
It literally doesn't matter. You could have said Mars.
Yeah.
Ethan Klein actually did it. Look, I'm not trying to be controversial here, but honestly, iDubbbz posting that content cop was one of the dumbest moves ever. Straight up, that was insane. He clearly didn't think about how many other people would get dragged into this mess. People who didn't care and just wanted to fight. Like, dude, make that video when Creator Clash isn't happening. I'd say no one really backed him up, except Hassan. But let's be real, Hassan's audience isn't watching boxing events anyway. At some point, you just gotta realize, you're running a business. You have to decide, what's more important, the business, or just making the videos you want.
I'm not trying to be controversial here, but I do think iDubbbz posting the content cop was one of the dumbest moves ever. Straight up. That was crazy. I think it was not considerate of how many other people would be dragged into the situation who don't give a fuck and just want to fight. You know, make that video when Creator Clash isn't happening, I would say. No one went to bat but Hassan for him. But like also Hassan's audience isn't watching fucking boxing events. What is that? That's not, I don't know. At some point you have to realize you're operating a business, and I mean, you have to make the call. Like, what's more important, is the business or you know, making the videos you want to make?
So there you go. That's everything. That's my...
Dude, this video's so sad. The whole video's sad.
Okay. Rare good from Lewig here. He's finally picking the right side of the drama. Remember last time? This dude was defending iDubbbz and Ana for literally stealing charity money. No idea what he was smoking back then, but glad to see old Jellywig finally has a brain again. Unfortunately, his fan base is still full of idiots. Let's not act like this wasn't 100% H3 and their toxic community's fault. Look at them, just a bunch of Hasan and iDubbbz glazers. Blood's content cop take was decent, but do you remember it was literally about a genocide? Of course, here come the comments. How can you talk about this drama when there's a genocide happening right now? Disgusting. Bad take, Luig? Oh my god, now I understand why Luig always says the dumbest crap ever. It's because his audience is just a bunch of Hasan glazers. Obviously, he's only going to say what his audience wants to hear because this is the reaction he gets when he actually says something reasonable. But don't worry, over time, these brain-dead viewers will naturally stop watching, and real humans will start watching again. Then there's this comment. As a Hasan viewer who was... Okay, opinion immediately discounted. Posting Content Cop was a bad move when Ethan was cutting ties with everyone because of his Zionism and Islamophobia. Horrible take, Lud. Yeah. Enjoy that fan base, buddy. Anyways, moving on to Hasan's favorite terrorist, Monkey D. Houthi. He's literally threatening Ethan's life. Here we have an actual terrorist saying, I'm the only one who can stop him forever. In response to Ethan simply saying, I wish Taylor Lorenz would stop harassing young women. What did he mean by stop him forever? People responding, the terrorist is making terrorist threats. Who would have thought? Imagine being desperate enough to rip off Taylor Lorenz. Terrorist makes terrorist threat. More at 11. Ethan replied, yeah, we love our feminist king. But wait, in Houthi-controlled Yemen, women must have a male guardian to leave home. They're banned from working, arbitrarily arrested, tortured and raped, forcibly married, especially underage girls, can't show hair, face, or body. But Taylor Lorenz called him a dumbass. Ah, yes, the feminist terrorist. Look at my pride flag, guys. Also, I love Hezbollah. Just a reminder, this guy is literally a terrorist.
Tel Aviv will burn in the coming hours, ready for sacrifice and eager for martyrdom. Maybe he's talking about football? Here he is singing a song with the words, do you threaten us with what we are waiting for, son of a Jew? The meaning of Houthi is a title, and it's not something to fear, but for the Jews. They are very afraid of this title. The execution we will carry out on all Zionists, with the lovely depiction of a man impaled through his asshole and out of his mouth with a pike. Why would he retweet this article called Houthis use social media to boost global prominence and support? The ships we bombed and sank. To every Zionist, I will put this into your stomach. And let me state the obvious. Jew and Zionist is clearly interchangeable to this guy. Okay, but hating Jews doesn't make you a Houthi. Are you a soldier? Yes.
And of course, Hasan will have you believe this guy is just some random kid. Yeah, a random kid who bombs ships and wants all Jews dead. You know? Just your average, everyday teenager, guys. Nothing to see here. Bro, you literally can't make this crap up. Actual terrorist glazers out here. He's not a Houthi, guys. He just acts exactly like them, posts the same propaganda, and poses with guns. Totally normal. He's basically just like Anne Frank. Wow. Incredible logic. Anyways, moving on to XQC and Aiden Ross, who are now roasting Hasan and his little army of brain-rotted followers.
Down to a crisp, brother. We were on lock with this shit.
Dude,
like, we were chill.
His chat are terrorists. Like, his chat are... I'm not joking. Watch his... they're all terrorists. I'm not even joking. Dude, it's insane. I'm like, how is this allowed? but okay, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. But
true. Okay.
I'm dead serious.
So I wouldn't say all, but true.
Sorry. Some are terrorists.
Bro, it's kind of crazy that you said that because if you think about the definition of what that is, true. Like, they do propagate actual, some of them, actual terroristic ideologies, and that's
actually,
a
yeah,
problem.
Completely true and based. Hasan's chat and supporters absolutely love terrorists. I mean, we literally just saw the kind of guy Hasan himself backs up. These dudes out here spamming hearts for an actual shooter, justifying straight up terrorist attacks and violence like it's Tuesday. Nothing new for them, honestly. But hey, at least people are finally starting to wake up and see it. Then Aiden Ross jumps in to point out how Hasan is basically a walking contradiction machine.
Like, he's the most hypocritical streamer I've ever met in my life. The
guy
preaches equality, lives in a $6 million house, drives a Porsche, dresses in $1,000 outfits, fucking flashes a gun on stream. Like, it's like the most stupid, ironic, hypocrite. And his viewers are just eat it up, and they think he's hot.
Bro, Hasan is like the final boss of champagne socialists. Literally just the other day, he was out here flexing about being the richest dude at a face party, surrounded by a bunch of other multimillionaires. But then this clown turns around like, guys, I only spend money on basic necessities. Yeah, okay, buddy. Your definition of basic necessities probably includes gold-plated bidets. It's actually insane that people still follow this dude and believe he actually stands by any of his so-called values. But hey, open invitation to any XQC or Aiden Ross fans. Feel free to watch this series. I highly recommend it. Pure cinema, if I do say so myself. Anyways, let's move on to Hassan's number one, F-Anboy, New Mexico P. Last time he was out here making fun of kids who died in the Texas floods, and then he just straight up doubled down on it.
13 confirmed people dead, and like 12 campers are lost right now. They don't have much to live for anyways. It's okay.
Wait, they have their whole lives ahead of them.
Yeah. What? Their whole lives, Bree? That's gonna Bree. When they're older, every job is gonna be AI.
So then Destiny decided to chime in with his own little joke about the dead kid, saying something like he was sponsored by NordVPN, which is obviously just total BS. Then San jumps in like, look at him loving Destiny, defending him after that viral Texas flood meltdown, implying donut operator's too scared to reply. I heard NMP killed those kids. Wonder if he wants to do it to Destiny too. Bet he won't. Destiny ain't afraid of donut. Wonder if he'll reply. Bro, what are you even saying? So, you're saying you're scared? You absolute clown. Meanwhile, San's like, I'm scared of donut, bro. Imagine being so pathetic you're hiding behind Destiny of all people. Then he blocked the EA account just for posting clips of him. NMP's explanation? 5 tweets about me a day is too much. I had to block him. I know you'll see this, but I had to block you. You spam my notifications too much. So you're literally admitting you sit on Twitter all day, bro. My god, this guy is on Reddit, on Twitter, and when he's not doom scrolling, he's streaming. Literally zero life outside being terminally online. Honestly, what he really needs to worry about is the fact that he lives in Texas. He's gonna run into these people in public, and someone will definitely remember what he said. Like, yeah, I wouldn't be out here joking about dead children. Which, by the way, wasn't even a joke. When you're literally in the area where people are grieving, that's just asking to get your teeth rearranged. And now NordVPN is coming after Destiny for dropping their name in his edgy joke. Destiny tweeted, I heard God killed those kids because they were using NordVPN. NordVPN clapped back with, hello everyone. This tweet falsely suggests a sponsorship with us. No such relationship exists. We're reviewing this misuse of our trademark. Basically, people were tagging them like, hey NordVPN, do you actually pay this moldy skid mark to mock dead kids for political points? NordVPN's like, no Tom, absolutely not. I doubt they'll take any legal action. But honestly, Destiny, maybe don't drag brands into your insane tweets. They definitely don't want to be associated with a psycho like you. And yeah, apparently he's done this kind of thing before with other tragedies. Personally, I just don't see the humor in joking about something that's actively happening. It was like 25, 50, or 100 years ago. Maybe, but when it's literally unfolding that day, it's just tasteless as hell. Now click this video or every girl you ever meet turns into Anna DHA, and your name becomes Reek forever. That's right, baby. We're back with the threats. Alrighty, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.